I think it would be, today I can say by and large there is a bipartisan view of India. It's not that one party is strongly for and another is against it. And to a large extent, politics is also very individual. So some leaders, some prominent figures in each party would take more interest, others may not take the same level of interest. So I would attach no sense of partisanship at all when it comes to India. The second question, really the number of the question, which is in a sense the US relationship with Pakistan and the military relationship that the US has had. Now you all know that this is not something of recent making, it is gone on for many years. And you also know that very honestly, it's a relationship that has neither ended up serving Pakistan well, nor serving American interests well. So it is really for the United States today to reflect whether this, what are the merits of this relationship, what do they get by keeping it continuing. Because at the end of the day, for someone to say, I'm doing this because it is for counter-terrorism, when you are talking of an aircraft like a capability of the F-16, everybody knows, where they are deployed and what is the use and what is that capability. So, you're not fooling anybody by saying these things. So, the point is, we really think countries finally make their choices based on their own interests. And I would make a case, if I were to speak to an American policymaker, I would really make a case saying, look, what you are doing, forget about us for a moment. It's actually not good for you, what you are doing. Reflect on the history, look at the last many years of where this relationship has taken you, and how much, what a cost you pay.
Thank you. Also, at some point, they need to get away from this strategic geographical location business. It isn't as much as we think it is. Next question.
Again, a related question. Dr. Shobha from Atlanta asking, what are some steps taken by India to forge US-India defense deal in 2022?
One of the changes in our relationship has actually been the defense cooperation, which has really come about in this current form maybe in the last 50 years or so. From 1965, after the 1965 war happened, pretty much for the next 40 years, the US sold virtually no defense equipment to India. So this was in fact the period when the India-Soviet, India-Russia relationship became very strong. Now, this is not for lack of trying on India's part. That I can vouch for it myself. I've had my relatives, my father, my grandfather, they worked in the defense ministry. So I know firsthand, what great efforts were made over multiple years to try to make the US understand that it was in American interest to have a strong, united, independent, prosperous India. Now, at that time, they did not succeed. Maybe the state of the world was such, the state of, the mindset of American policymakers was such. The change was really triggered by the nuclear deal that removed a very big obstacle to go forward. And then to actually take the relationship to a high level required a leadership in India that did not have also reservations on its own mind. Because it takes two hands to clap. It was not just that, all the problems were on the American side. There were hesitations on the Indian side as well. That's why Prime Minister used that very memorable phrase in his address to the Congress, hesitations of history. So we also had to address the hesitations on our side. I think